Hello, welcome to our GSAC recap of the February 28th meeting. Can everybody hear me? I hope.
Yep.
Okay, great. So on Friday, we just went over a couple things that we've done since the last meeting. First, we are meeting with the Board of Trustees this week, and Teresa is actually meeting with the dean right now about that, so she can't join us today. But we finalized those slides, which we can talk about after the meeting, just to see what sort of stuff came up during the Board of Trustees meeting. We met with the Graduate Education Student Resource Group, which is GSRG. We'll talk about that. We chose dates for the 3-minute presentation competitions, and we got on campus groups. So we had some questions about campus groups for Ronci. She was there on Friday, but we will be able to send emails and other communications through campus groups, which is very exciting. So our 3-minute presentation is coming up. We have a planning committee, which is me, Teresa, Ronci, Alyssa, Nurup, Karen, and Jordan. And those are DSA, student government, and other leadership. We started this divide and conquer tactic just to recruit a bunch of judges, and that's more for the planning committee. Ronci says she hasn't heard anything from the colleges about their individual competitions, except for the College of Engineering, who does have their own competitions scheduled already. The other colleges, she hasn't heard anything from, and we hope that they will still do their own competition, even though we're having a no college competition. We wondered about busing to the event since the event is off campus. We're hoping that people will still feel like they can go, even if they have to go downtown. Unfortunately, buses are too expensive, but Ronci's going to look into maybe some campus vans, and then people that are interested in taking the van can sign up to go. Dates and times of these events coming up. So the no college competition has actually been canceled. So the March 26th date is not a real date. We're going to do it all virtually. So maybe you've seen Ronci's email about doing that through the ECC, which is in the library. I don't know what it stands for. It's a communication center, not sure what the E is, but they will help you record just a 3-minute speech, and then you can send that in to be judged. The semifinals will be April 7th, and we'll have time slots for the auditioners. And then the finals will be April 23rd in the evening at the RMSC. So if you've been keeping up with GSAC, you'll know we're working on a financial transparency policy that we would love to see the campus have to give graduate students and other students warning when financial policies change and when new fees come up. We're still drafting it, but you'll hear more about that throughout the semester. We had this meeting with the Graduate Education Student Resource Group. Dean Cummings talked about academic advising for grad students, which means different things for different people. So what she and others have been doing for the last year is collecting opinions and processes that people have in their various programs about academic advising and just collecting them. And so she just presented on what's happening at RIT and in terms of academic advising for grads and what's happening at other universities. There's no intention to change anything. It was just an information gathering process. We brought up, Teresa and I, at the meeting that we would like to see student health services, or student health center, sorry, and CAPS, which is the counseling and psychological services, represented at the resource group meeting, because it's a resource that grad students tend to not understand or not use because they're confused by it. And so hopefully we'll get some sort of representation there shortly. The response that we got was that student affairs is already represented, but things are probably going to change. Okay, campus groups. We got on campus groups. I invited all of our many people to campus groups. We have about 100 members. That's that. we're working on being able to, just for exec, to be able to have more functionality on campus groups. Right now, we're not able to make events or room reservations, and Ronsi's working on fixing that. So next week, we are meeting with student health and CAPS during our 11 to 12 meeting on Friday. The location is the Campus Center, room 1015. And we're going to collect responses on our anonymous submission form about concerns that people have or misconceptions that people have about health services, so that when we have the SHC and CAPS present, the representatives, it's the directors actually, so they're bigwig representatives. When we have them there, we can just have a really candid conversation with them about what's going on in grad life and why we wanted to meet with them. So on Friday, I posed this question: what do we hope to gain from having them there? And I read the anonymous concerns that are on from the submission form that we've gotten so far. And a lot of them say things like, I don't really go because I'm confused about pricing, or how can remote or online graduate students access counseling, things like that. So we'll bring up those sorts of questions next week for our 11 to 12 meeting. We really hope to have lots of students there. So if you're interested in just listening to the conversation or being a part of it, please come. There will be no expectation that you contribute if you just want to listen, but that will be Friday from 11 to 12. And this is just an FYI. These are upcoming dates. We're going to release a newsletter after spring break. So we're working on that. We have the 3-minute presentation, no college competition. Again, the 26th was canceled. And then we are going to have our town hall or our What's Up meeting on April 15th in the evening, hopefully with pizza and snacks again. But these are just some upcoming dates. So this is our next meeting. So today is the monthly recap or the weekly recap. And our next official in-person meeting will be March 6th. And again, that's in Campus Center 1015.